Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FTB Sports, where we'll be looking ahead and watching the match of Everton versus Chelsea. Yes, I am back for the second watch along of the day. Excuse me, whilst I just sort that out. Yep, the second watch along of the day. Obviously, we watched Fulham. Unluckily, Fulham draw 2-2 with Liverpool earlier on today. Good game. I think it was a really, really good game, especially for Fulham. You know, Fulham played really, really well and a bit unlucky to only come out with a point. So I think they'll be okay. Maybe it wasn't Liverpool's day, you know. Maybe it just wasn't Liverpool's day. But Fulham went 1-0 up. They were 1-0 up at half-time. Mitrovic scoring the goal in the 32nd minute. Second half, Liverpool made some subs. Núñez came on. Darwin Núñez for Liverpool came on, and he scored the equaliser before Fulham got a penalty in the 72nd minute. That put Fulham 2-1 up, and then the main man for Liverpool, Mohamed Salah, scored in the 80th minute to tie the game 2-2. Obviously, there's been a lot more games being played today. There's some more games tomorrow, which we will be doing watch-alongs for as well, but I'll go into that later on. Today, Aston Villa played today as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to get things set up for the stream. Yep, Aston Villa played earlier today against Bournemouth, AFC Bournemouth, winning that game 2-0. Lerma scoring in the second minute of the game, so Bournemouth starting off really quickly, and Moore scoring in the 80th minute to make sure all 3 points are guaranteed to stay in Bournemouth. Leeds United played at home. They started their campaign against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Leeds United coming out on a 2-1 victory against Wolves. Wolverhampton taking the lead through Podence in the 6th minute of the game before Rodrigo scored in the 24th minute for Leeds to pull it back 1-1 at half-time. And then an own goal from Ain't Nuri made Leeds 2-1 winners in the 74th minute. A team that's just come up, Nottingham Forest, they played the up-and-comers Newcastle United, obviously going under a new project. Newcastle United came out 2-0 winners in this game. Share in the 58th minute and Wilson in the 78th minute, with Joelinton getting the assist, which means Newcastle's revival looks good. Looks like they're going to keep going. And the last game that's played until we watch Everton versus Chelsea, which is why we're here. Tottenham Hotspur played Southampton, and they beat Southampton 4-1. Goals from Sessegnon Dyer, Salisu own goal, and Kulusevski gave Tottenham their win today. James Ward-Prowse got a consolation goal, really, at the end of things, even though Southampton went 1-0 up. So as it stands at the moment, obviously there's only one game being played. Tottenham sit top of the table on goal difference. Arsenal, Bournemouth and Newcastle occupy the rest of the top 4 spaces. Leeds United are also there in 5th. And then we have Fulham and Liverpool. At the bottom of the table, Southampton sit at the bottom of the table, followed by Forest and Crystal Palace. Aston Villa just above the relegation zone, and Wolverhampton Wanderers in 16th. There's a lot more football to be played this season, but that's how it currently stands. But we know what we're here for today. We know what we're here for right now. We're here for Chelsea versus Everton. These are the confirmed starting lineups rolling across the bottom of your screen. Right there. Oh, come on. Please bear with me. I'm having issues. So, Everton's starting lineup today is Pickford, Patterson, Tarkowski, Mina, Godfrey, Malenko, Gray, Decore, Iwobi, McNeil, and Gordon. Obviously, there's no Richarlison anymore, as he is now gone to play for Tottenham. Chelsea's starting lineup, they have got Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James, Kante, Jorginho, Chilwell, Mount, Havertz, and Sterling, the new boy. No Timo Werner. He's not even on the bench by the looks of things. It's interesting. Seems though he's been linked to quite a few people. The substitutes for Everton are Holgate, Keane, Allen, Begovic, Ali, Gabambin, Vingar, Warrington, and Mills. Chelsea have Cucurella, Arrizabalaga, Kovacic, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Chabala, Gallagher, Ziyech, and Borja. That is your two teams. So Jordan Pickford today celebrates his 200th appearance. His 200th appearance today. So will it be a good one to remember? This is what we don't know. Will it be a good one to remember for him? We're about 20 minutes away. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff. We've got Jamie Redknapp talking at the minute. Players are out on the pitch warming up. As per the last show that I was on a little bit earlier, we did a Who Am I? Now I've got another one for you, and again, it's going to be themed. It's either going to be an Everton player or a Chelsea player, past or present. So this is your question. Who am I? They've won back-to-back Premier League titles, but not with the same club. They've also won the World Cup, and they signed a 5-year deal with one of these teams in November 2018. I'll let you have a little bit of a think of that one. And whilst we're going through all this, if you're into your fantasy football, please do join the Man United Agenda Fantasy League. Obviously, the season started and we're all wanting to watch a lot of football. We're all glad that football is back, and the United Agenda have made a fantasy league for this season. There is your code if you want to join it. It's 1CZLY1. That's 1CZLY1. There will be a trophy at the end of the season if you win the league, and you'll get your name engraved onto that trophy, and that trophy will be sent out to you so that you'll forever be known as the winner of the first Man United Agenda Fantasy League. Not only that, panelists. The panelists on this show and also the United Agenda. The one that finishes at the bottom with the least amount of points will be doing a forfeit that's chosen by you guys in the chat. Obviously, it has to be within legal terms. Can't be anything dangerous either. I can see Football Values. Hello, Football Values is right in there with the answer. You're right. It is Kante. No messing about. Straight in. I'll just leave that code up for a little bit just in case anybody decides they want to join. How do we see the season going to go this season? How do we think teams are going to perform? You know, we've seen Fulham, who everybody thought had struggled, managed to get a very good point today against Liverpool. Chelsea are now going to play Everton, who had a very hard time last season, struggled quite a lot last season. Are we going to see more of the same this season, or are we going to see a massive difference? These are the questions that need to be asked and answered. In case you missed it, you can see the confirmed lineups running across the bottom of your screen, but I will read them out again. Everton's first 11 is Pickford, Patterson, Mina, Godfrey, Tarkowski, Milenko, Decore, Iwobi, Gordon, McNeil, and Gray. And Chelsea are playing Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James, Kante, Jorginho, Chilwell, Mount, Havertz, and their new signing, Sterling. So no Timo Werner for Chelsea. That is interesting. Is it because he might be on his way out, or is he not match fit? Is he injured? It's going to be interesting. The Premier League table after one game looks quite interesting as well. Tottenham leading the top after their good win today. Arsenal second. Bournemouth third. Newcastle fourth. Leeds sitting in fifth. Fulham and Liverpool also up there. The bottom of the table, Southampton, Forest, Palace. They're your bottom three. And then we've got Aston Villa and Wolverhampton Wanderers after they got beat today by Leeds as well. We're not long off a kickoff. We're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. We've got Tuchel talking at the moment. Yeah, we've got Tuchel talking about the game and talking about Raheem Sterling. Saying how delighted he is to have him there. The intensity, the personality and calmness he can bring. Let's talk about Koulibaly as well. Koulibaly, calmness and experience. How much of a difference is Koulibaly going to make? I wonder how much of a difference he's actually going to make. Obviously, Chelsea's deals are not done. Chelsea is still trying to get into the transfer market a little bit more. Fofana, that's their next one by the looks of it. Possibly De Jong. They might be hijacking that deal. There's a lot of transfer deals to be done. The transfer window isn't quite over yet. Raheem Sterling. Is he going to be the big difference? And are Chelsea going to be playing with a false nine? Oh, they're warming up. Sterling's just at the bar from warming up. Obviously, the Cucurella deal as well. That's still on the table. Sterling's been selected by 6.8% of teams for the Fantasy League. That's a little bit of a stat. That puts it in bottom corner there. In warm-up. It's nice to see Reece James fit as well. And Cucurella. Mark Cucurella. £62 million deal. It's a world record fee for a left back. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Obviously, Man City were wanting Cucurella, weren't they? As well. And Chelsea swoop in and take that deal away from him. I should be interested to see how well he fits in. Reece James, 22 years old. I thought Reece James were a bit older than that. He seems to have been around for a little while. 22 Premier League starts in 2021-2022 for Reece James. 6 Premier League starts for Ben Chilwell. Interesting. Obviously, Reece James is a player that goes up and down, doesn't he? He doesn't just stay back. He can get quite a few assists as well. I mean, I've got him in my fantasy league team, so I hope he gets an assist or two today to boost my points up a little bit. That'd be nice. Jamie Redknapp's just saying that both Chilwell and Reece James are problems for teams. $12 minutes away from kickoff. 12 minutes away from kickoff. Let's have a look, see if there's been any more transfer deals that have been done. Man United have made an inquiry about Leroy Sané. Okay. Benjamin Sesko could be coming to the Premier League. It's undecided what he's going to do. Andreas Pereira, obviously he debuted, didn't he, in the Premier League for Fulham. He had a really good game. A really good game. Klopp apparently has come out and said the pitch was too dry in regards to the Fulham game. That's why he struggled. That's why Liverpool struggled, according to Klopp. The pitch was dry. Okay. I don't know what to say about that, to be honest with you. Obviously, we've got games tomorrow as well. There are games happening tomorrow. Let's have a look. Obviously, I won't be able to cover all the games, but tomorrow, back again for another watch along. Hello, GMS. How are you doing, mate? How you doing? Yes, I am back. I am doing all the watch alongs, all of them. All of the watch alongs. So obviously we're doing Chelsea, Everton. That starts in 10 minutes. The kickoff starts in 10 minutes. And then that is me done for the night. I will be going and sitting down, getting ready to go and watch match of the day later. So I'll be watching a lot of football. Tomorrow, I will be covering Manchester United versus Brighton and Hove Albion on the channel as well. So if you're a Brighton fan or a Manchester United fan, please do feel free to stop by and say hello and give me your thoughts and opinions on the game. And straight after that game, it's West Ham United versus Manchester City, which I will also be on here covering. If you're a Man City fan or a West Ham fan, again, please do feel free, come in, talk to me about the game. It's always good to have somebody to talk to in regards to football. So there's a Premier League review show. So if you subscribe to FTB Sports, we go live every Monday. So we're going to be doing a show on Monday where we're looking back at all of the games that have been played this weekend, going through one by one and discussing our thoughts and opinions on each game and what we think is going to happen with the season. So that could be a good one. That's 7:30 on Monday. Tuesday, if you're into your fantasy league football, over on the Man United agenda, which I will be appearing on as well, there is a Rebels Fantasy Focus. It is for this fantasy league where we'll be talking again about obviously the results, fixtures, players, etc., 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 trying to get people's views and thoughts on the fantasy league and try and give as many tips as we can, because we have a really good bunch of lads on there that know what they're talking about when it comes to the fantasy football. But if anybody in the chat wants to get involved in the FTB Sports page and part of the channel, if you go over onto Twitter and follow me there on FT, I can't do it. There we go. Somewhat there. There we go. There. Type that in, FTB Colm on Twitter. You'll be taken to my page. Please, if you want to come on to the show, talk to me about football, talk to the other guys about football, just drop me a message and I'm sure we can arrange something, get you on the show live and get you talking to people as well. It seems really quiet. It will be quiet, won't it? It will be quiet. Jesse March kicked off, apparently. So the last 9 matches, head-to-head, Everton have only lost 2 against Chelsea in the last 9. Interesting. Do you think that's going to happen again? Or do we think it's just, this is going to be different? It's very interesting. So we're not far away from kickoff. 5 minutes from kickoff. We're just going through all the adverts they like to put on. That's what we're currently going through right now. I want to know how everybody in the chat is. How is everybody? And please do tell me what football team you guys support. You know, if you sat there being all quiet, please talk to me. You know, it's all good. It's all good. I've had something to eat, so I'm in a good mood. Watching football. The Premier League is back. If you want to play Super 6. Obviously, Arsenal beating Crystal Palace 2-0 last night. I did that live stream. I will be doing every single live stream I can possibly do. There might be the odd one or two where I'm not able to, but FTB Sports will try and get it out. Oh, you're an Arsenal fan. Yo, Mr. B, how are you doing? How do you think Arsenal played on Friday? I mean, I did the watch along. I think Arsenal looked really good. What's your opinion, Mr. B? Are you looking forward to tomorrow, Mr. B? Seeing United back on the pitch in the Premier League, getting those 3 points. Not far away now. They've got all the music blaring out, all the flags, all the little blue flags waving in the air. Pickford, can't wait. Can't wait at all. I think it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Again, your starting lineups, just in case you missed it. Everton have a starting lineup of Pickford, Patterson, Tarkowski, Mina, Godfrey, Malenko, Gray, Decore, Iwobi, McNeil, and Gordon. Chelsea are starting with Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James, Kante, Jorginho, Chilwell, Mount, Havertz, and Raheem Sterling. The players are coming out onto the pitch. I didn't think it was that impressive, but it's the first game away at Selhurst Park, which is not any place to go to. We've got the 3 points, so we move on to the next one. You're right. Selhurst Park is not an easy place to go to and pick up points at all. I think you had some really, really good bits of play yesterday. Obviously, kept Zaha quite quiet for most of the game, which was a bonus as well. I think Arsenal are a team to watch. I think they'll definitely break into top 4 this season. Yo, Blue Moon, how are you doing? How are you doing? It's going to be strange to see Sterling in a City shirt. It is a bit surreal watching him play. Watching him warm up and everything in a Chelsea kit. It is a bit surreal. Frank Lampard. Is Frank Lampard good enough for the Premier League? Is Frank Lampard good enough to manage the Premier League? Obviously, he had a bit of a bad time yesterday, didn't he? Last season, sorry. And got through for the skin of his teeth. No, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, Koulibaly has got a powerhouse reputation. We're going to see. Frank's not good enough. I don't think Frank's good enough. I don't think he is good enough at all, Mr. B. I agree with you there. But yeah, Koulibaly. Let's see what he's actually like. Let's see if he can keep up with the pace of the Premier League. Everton going down. You think Everton will go down? Or do you think they'll get rid of him and bring in Sean Dyche or somebody like that? And then they'll manage to stay up. According to my mate Rich, the Everton fans love Frank. Yes, they do. They do. You're right there. They do. I heard Rich say it as well, obviously, that they love Everton fans. Everton fans love Frank. I can't see him lasting the season at all. I mean, James Tarkowski is a great signing for Everton. He's a really good signing for Everton. He will help solidify their defence. Raheem Sterling in that City shirt. Chelsea shirt, not City. See, I'm still used to him being a Man City player. I've got to get used to him being Chelsea, not City. Playing their anthem. The players are on the pitch. The players are in position. The referee's walking to the centre. They take the knee. And we're off. Everton versus Chelsea. And the ball is out wide. Chelsea starting on the front foot, attacking. That's a good ball. But Everton get there. It's a lovely backdrop. Everton get a free kick just inside Chelsea's half. Koulibaly giving away the free kick. Koulibaly. Number 26 for Koulibaly. £34 million signing. That's a great deal. That is a good deal. Well, that's a bad ball in. Chelsea. It's Decore Iwobi. Tries to play a nice through ball, and he does. It's Mikolenko on the left-hand side. Tarkowski. Playing some nice football, Everton. Not rushing, not forcing anything, just playing it nice and steady. And they're going to throw him. Gordon looks like he's ready for it. It's lovely football again. Very smart football. Patterson plays out wide. Is ball in the box. Oh. Decore managed to get there, but it's gone out for a goal kick for Chelsea. The ball got whipped in from the right-hand side. Decore, too powerful, jumps up, doesn't quite get his positioning right, hits like the top part of his head and bounces out for a goal kick. Koulibaly to Thiago. I think that'll be a good partnership. Azpilicueta playing as well, obviously. It's a slow start. Never mind buying the players. Looks like Miss Todd Bosley designed the Chelsea game. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? James, nice little bit of interplay there. There was a nice little bit of interplay. But Kante trying to return the ball back to Reece James, and the ball went out of play. So Everton throwing in their own half. Big throw. They've managed to move up a little bit. Up the pitch, it's another throw-in. But here come Chelsea. Cleared, well cleared by Everton. Well, Reece James gives it away to Gordon. And now McNeil throws it out to the right to Patterson. Patterson in a bit of trouble. Iwobi. Mikolenko out wide. Tamari Gray. He's running to a bit of a block. Kante is looking heavier. He is looking a bit heavier. He will be. Kante looks like he has put on a couple of pounds. Do you think he's been told to, or do you think it's just age? His metabolism slowing down a little bit or something? Chelsea now playing a little bit of football, passing it around a few of the players, making Everton move about, but Everton have got all their players in their own half. It's a nice little bit of play. Sterling tackle from behind. Referee looks at it. Yep, free kick. Tarkowski tried to nip in and get round the side of him. Sterling felt him coming. It's a smart free kick by Sterling. Just dinks it moves the ball to the side so Tarkowski can't get a foot on it. Feels the contact and goes down. So it's a decent position. Chilwell and Reece James are standing over this free kick. We'll see who swings it in. Hopefully it's Reece James and then Thiago Silva gets his head on it or something like that, and it goes in. Because I think I got both of them in my fantasy league. Reece James does take it. It's a good save by Pickford. It's pretty easy for Pickford. Reece James puts it in perfectly. Try to see what. Yeah, Havertz getting his head on it, but Pickford's in the right place and it's an easy catch for him. And Pickford cleans it. Pickford smashes it up the field, but it goes straight out for a Chelsea throw-in. That's a good ball. Sterling dispossessed by Mina. Sterling looked like he was going to charge forward then. Mina stepping in there like a roadblock, stopping him. There's an important player, Yuri Mina, isn't there, to Everton. Ball from Pickford straight through to the other end of the pitch. And Mendy picks it up. Thiago Silva collects it off of him. Playing out from the back, Chelsea. Everton moving as a bit of a unit. All the players seem to be moving as one unit. Gordon chasing the ball down quite a lot as well. It's interesting. It's good to see. Putting the effort in. But it's a bit of a slow start to the game. And now Everton Mount manages to come away with it. A bit of a tussle there. A bit of a scramble. A few little exchanges. And Mount manages to come away from that tussle with the ball. Oh, it's a brilliant ball if it can get there. Doesn't quite. But Reece James has managed to get it. Thiago Silva looking for that big long ball to other end at pitch. Havertz goes down. Referee's not doing anything with it. He's saying, no, play on. And Everton come away with the ball. That's a foul. Everton free kick just inside their half. Oh, that's a bad pass. Bad back pass, and it's kept in. Pickford wasn't on his. It's gone to the side net. That looks a bit confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Godfrey's down. So what's a look? Yeah, Godfrey plays the ball back towards Pickford. Nowhere near Pickford. The ball went out of play, but the referee allowed play to continue for some reason, which meant Pickford was completely out of position. He's had to come out to try and close down the angle. Godfrey came flying in to obviously tackle and make sure there's no shot, but it looks like he's actually hurt himself. They were calling for the stretcher. Godfrey's game is done. Godfrey's game is done. They're calling for a stretcher. It's not what you want to see on day one, is it? An injury which requires that. Mason Holgate looks like he's going to be coming on, maybe. Not a lot that could have been done there, really. Just looking at Mark Cucurella. Is he worth 62 million, Mark Cucurella? Do we think he's worth that? I don't think he's quite worth that. Everton must be. You're right. It's just he's had to come sprinting back to try and deal with Sterling because of the bad pass he made to Pickford. I mean, the ball went out of play anyway, so it should have been a corner, but the linesman didn't flag it. So he's come sprinting back to try and get there, and his legs kind of got sandwiched in between Sterling and Pickford. I'm pretty sure it was Sterling. Yeah, it is horrible to see. If the linesman had actually flagged it, then this probably wouldn't have happened. But it looks like a bit of a serious one. It does look a bit of a serious one. Gomez and Coleman had injuries. Yep, they did. You're right, Ian. They did. Yeah, taking on oxygen, you know. Still trying to sort him out. Obviously, try and take as much time as possible so everything that they're doing is 100% secure. Don't want to make anything worse for themselves or the player. It will add a chunk of time on as well. Looks like they're strapping his leg up in one of those braces. I wonder what's going through Lampard's head. Do you think he's going, oh my God, not again? And standing ovation, clapping him off the field. Oh no, Izzy O'Connor. Everton fans clapping for a young Everton fan who lost his life. I thought they were clapping for Godfrey. Gareth Southgate's there. Godfrey's still there on the pitch receiving treatment. I think he's on the stretcher now. So it will be resumed shortly. Yeah, he's got his leg brace on. I'm going straight into an ambulance to get an X-ray. By the looks of it. Mason Holgate is coming on to replace him. And it's a Chelsea corner. After all of that, it's a Chelsea corner. Eight-minute stoppage and Chelsea get it off again. Holgate's first thing is to defend the corner, and he does. Defends it quite well, and it's gone out for another corner. Has to be switched on, Holgate. Reece James taking the corner. Hits it low, first time. And it's again another Chelsea corner. I think Raheem Sterling looks like he's coming over. Plays it short. Raheem Sterling. Mount shoots. Good save by Pickford. And it's gone out for another corner for Chelsea. It's a good save by Pickford. And Holgate manages to knock it out before Sterling gets there. It's up again. Holgate again. Ball comes in again. This is the fourth corner kick now in a row. And Holgate knocks it over the bar. Ball whipped in. Back post. Nobody there. And it goes out for a goal kick. Reece James putting the ball in, but like I said, nobody there. Over the top of everybody, and it bounces out for a goal kick. Thomas Tuchel's really not happy. Very animated. Hello, Angola Kante. How are you doing, my friend? Are you enjoying the Premier League? Here we go. Everton, we're on a bit of an attack then. Still managed to get it. Tarkowski wins the ball back. He's played it out to Gray on the right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry. Whips the ball in the middle. Oh, good header from Koulibaly to get it away. Yeah, there's a watch along on. We had one earlier for the Fulham game, Fulham-Liverpool game as well. But that were a good chance. Gray whips that ball in to Gordon. Gordon jumps, missed a little bit too high. It's still 0-0 at the minute, Olakunle. Still 0-0. So Gray whips that ball in and he heads it. He goes to head it, but it's kind of just too high, and Koulibaly's right behind him and manages to get it clear. But now Chelsea are on the attack with Reece James, but Iwobi sticks a really good tackle in there. Azpilicueta now to Reece James on this right-hand side of Everton's box. So the ball's in the middle. Sterling, still Sterling. He's being pushed all over. He's being pushed about all over. What's good? I'm not sure about that, you know. The referee's given a free kick to Everton. I'm not 100% sure about that. Decore's got his arms around him. He's being pulled. And then he's pushed all over the place as well. It's a bit of a strange call, that one. That's a good ball by Chelsea, but Pickford manages to collect that quite well. Pickford taking his time. Does well. Decore. And that's a foul by Havertz. So Everton get a free kick in their own half. So they'll probably hump this long. No, they play it back towards Pickford. Tarkowski. He hoofs it long out onto the right-hand side, which is a good ball. Gets there. Demarai Gray gets a corner. Demarai Gray manages to get a corner, hits it towards the middle of the box. But there's two Chelsea players in the way. Now it's a corner. Tarkowski's in the middle, being hustled and harried. Mendy coming out and flapping a little bit. Mikalenko puts it back in. Lofted in. Oh, what a save. What a save by Mendy. Mendy flaps at the first attempt. And then it's played back in from the other side. And Tarkowski gets his head on it perfectly. And Mendy has to get his arm stretched to tip it over the bar. They've just done the corner. And it's a free kick to Chelsea. An elbow to Chilwell, maybe. You couldn't really see because they were showing the replay of the actual Tarkowski effort. But we're off again. Yeah, Kante looks really slow compared to how he used to play. It's almost lackadaisical. That's a good little bit of play. And Mount gets beat by Gray, and now the ball's out on the right-hand side. Reece James, Kante playing to Azpilicueta. Koulibaly, Kante, Reece James. Chelsea just passing it from side to side at the minute. Sterling trying to find Chilwell, but the pass was poor. But he's managed to get it back, Sterling. And it's a corner to Chelsea. So it's been played short. Sterling skips past one, tries to put it in, and Holgate puts it out for another corner. And play it short. He just ducks inside and then tries to whip it in from a bit of a closer range. But Holgate's there saying, nope, not a chance. And puts it out behind again for another corner. Reece James has gone back out there to take the corner. Koulibaly at the back post. But he plays it out to Kante, whose first touch is not that great at all. Wasn't very good at all. Not quite sure what was going on there. It's a bit of a slow burner, this game. Oh, Kante with some lovely bit of skill. Oh, still going. Plays a 1-2 with Mount. And then Kante loses it. It's Decore. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Iwobi in the middle of the pitch. And Mikolenko now. This is Everton players streaming forward. Gordon gets there. Really awkward. Put himself in a bit of an awkward position there. Had to jump and kind of duck at the same time. Couldn't generate enough power on it or target. I think it kind of comes off his shoulder a little bit. But good little bit of play there. Koulibaly's selling Thiago Silva short there a little bit. And now Iwobi. It's not a foul. James comes back and cleans up. I don't think that was a foul. And Chelsea are now on the attack. And the ball's gone out for a throw-in. Yeah, Gray tried to turn Azpilicueta. He knows he's there. He kind of just backs into him and drops to the floor. That's Chelsea now attacking. Koulibaly playing quite high. It's a lovely ball, though, to Havertz. Havertz can't control it. And he's trying to outmuscle Yuri Mina. It's never going to happen. Yuri Mina goes down under a bit of pressure. And Everton get a free kick in their own box. I mean, it's a bit of a joke when Mina's getting pushed down by Havertz. Decore, Mina. Mina plays an over the top ball. Gordon trying to get there. Thiago Silva cleans up quite well. But Everton is still there on the attack again now. McNeil. Oh, a bit of a late tackle there, but Sterling's managed to keep the ball. He's got Iwobi chasing him down. Iwobi nudges Sterling to the ground, puts his arm out into the back of Sterling. I don't know why he did that, because Yerry Mina was never getting there, but Alex Iwobi was right behind him. It's definitely a foul, and this is going to be a good chance for Chelsea. Reece James and Chilwell stood over this ball. I got the likes of Silva, Koulibaly, Havertz, all up for Chelsea for this free kick that will be whipped into the box. Is Reece James. Koulibaly attacked it, but it's not gone the direction of the goal. Looks like he's struggled a little bit, Koulibaly. Not going to lie. Kante plays it out towards Reece James, who collects it quite well. He had to stretch for it, though. Azpilicueta. Koulibaly plays it out to Sterling. Oh, Sterling. Lovely turn by Sterling. It's Havertz. And it's a corner. Yerry Mina stopping Havertz's cross into the box. Yo, big up Solo. How are you doing? We good? Yerry Mina has been vital in Everton's defence. Reece James swings that ball in. And Holgate this time, again, making sure that ball doesn't get past the front post. And it's got out for another Chelsea corner. If you've got over 10.5 corners today in this Chelsea game, you've won. It's another corner for Chelsea. This will be Chelsea's 10th corner, and there's only been 32 minutes played of the game. Reece James sets. He might as well stay out in that corner spot for now. Reece James. Near post. It's up. It's not out. It's out now. Tarkowski manages to clear it out. Ball played back. Sterling plucks it out of the air. Lovely. Jorginho. Iwobi's got there first, though. Mount chasing him down. Mount won't get there. Gordon takes it down. Lovely. And Gordon running away now across the pitch, not forward. And Koulibaly brings him down in his own half. It was a smart foul by Koulibaly. Really smart. Pulls his shirt. Big handful. Koulibaly is going to struggle, I think, against some of the quicker strikers. And Everton get the free kick. He's trying to get with the pace, Koulibaly. You can see it already. He's a little bit behind the pace of the Premier League. That's a wonderful ball over the top, but nobody can get there. And it's going out for a Chelsea throw-in that Reece James is going to take, I think. Yes, Reece James takes. It's back to Thiago Silva. Mendy picks it up. And he gives it back to Silva, who decides to stroll a little bit forward. 10 minutes left and it's 0-0. There will be quite a bit of added time because of the injury that Ben Godfrey had, which looks like a serious one. It looks like he'll be out for quite a while. But the two teams are cancelling each other out at the minute. Azpilicueta bringing the ball forward. It's a lovely bit of football by Chelsea. And great defending by Decore. Azpilicueta bringing it forward. Finds Reece James. Reece James whips the ball in. Nobody there. It's gone all the way to the other side. Chilwell trying to get the corner. No good. Goal kick. A very slow game. Tomorrow, Manchester United versus Brighton. That'll be an interesting game. And West Ham, Manchester City. That game will be covered on FTB Sports. Tomorrow, West Ham versus Manchester City. We've seen how Liverpool drew 2-2 today. Let's see how Manchester City cope tomorrow. Tarkowski, good defending. Oh, lovely. Everton have been pretty good defensively. Pickford, big hoof. Koulibaly manages to get there before anybody else. Hasn't got it out far enough. Now it's Decore. Finds Gordon. Gordon back into the middle. Kante gets in the way and brings it away. But they've lost the ball. A bad pass by Kante. And Everton have got it again. And here we go. Everton again. Gray loses that ball with a bad touch. And Chelsea are bringing it away with Jorginho. That was my door slamming shut. Because of wind. Decore takes that ball away. And here come Everton. Koulibaly read a good tackle there. Another bad pass by Everton into Gray. I believe it was Iwobi who tried to find Gray. And Gray just couldn't get his foot on it. And it goes to Chelsea. Chelsea's back line. And Chelsea now are bringing the ball forward. We had a little mad spell there for a couple of minutes. And it's Reece James out on the wing. Pickford at full stretch to get it away. It's still there. Azpilicueta. James back to Azpilicueta. It's still on this right-hand side. Azpilicueta puts it in. Mina clears it. But Chelsea have managed to retain the ball. And here we go again. Chelsea bringing the ball forward. It's Kante. Azpilicueta plays it out wide to Reece James. Mason Mount on the right-hand side. Whips that ball in. Nobody but an Everton player there. Koulibaly, very nicely done there by Koulibaly. It could have gone wrong. Mason Mount, Reece James, back to Mount. Mount whips it in. Everton clear the lines again. Chilwell getting beat. And here comes Chelsea with Sterling. Sterling. Oh, Mason Mount in the middle. Sterling passed it out to Mount. Oh, here we go. It's 2-on-2. The Gray. Oh, Gray. What are you doing? It was 2-on-2 for Everton. Gray was back. He had to play. All he had to do was play a ball through, and he would have got it right. He completely scuffs the pass, and it hits Thiago's foot and just bounces away back to a Chelsea player. And now Chelsea are at the other end attacking, and Reece James does the same thing. Reece James kicks the turf as he's going to pass into the middle, and now Everton have come away with the ball. Decore. It's out on this left-hand side. Iwobi playing it back, taking some sting out of the game by the looks of it a little bit. It's a weird game to watch because they could have not a lot going off for quite a while, and then you have a quick 3-4 minute mad spell where it's end to end, and then it'll go quiet again. It's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, we're going to see this chance again. So Gray picks it up, manages to shrug Azpilicueta off. Gray does everything right. He should be playing the ball through to Gordon. Thiago Silva his back leg just leaves it stretched out and manages to stop the pass. I think that's experience for you, isn't it? Here come Chelsea. Kante. Oh, it's a goal. 1-0. Oh, hold on. It's offside. Kante's shot. Reece James plays it in. Kante hits it first time. He's still in his offside. Kante hits it first time. Pickford makes a good save, but it bounces out to Sterling, and Sterling tucks it away. But as Kante took the shot originally, Sterling was in an offside position, so it still remains 0-0. Sterling denied that goal on his debut. And now here comes Everton. Oh, another bad pass. Two bad passes. Gray is run into a bit of an alleyway. Gray though. He will be. Oh, Gordon in the box, beats one, beats two, and Koulibaly coming across and making that tackle. Ball played into Iwobi. First time pass. He slips past Silva. England's number one. He is England's number one. I don't think he should be England's number one, personally. I think Ramsdale should get it over recent performances. But yeah, that was a good tackle by Koulibaly. Lovely tackle. A ball up wide right. Nobody there to claim it. So it goes out for a goal kick. 44 minutes gone. There's going to be quite a lot of added time because of the injury that happened very early in the game. Anthony Gordon is being highlighted there. Should be interesting to see what his season's like. Oh, that's a brilliant ball over the top. Koulibaly manages to get it. He had no right in getting that ball, but he did. Nobody there for the flick on. And Mendy picks the ball up. Eight minutes of added time. Here comes Sterling. Oh, tackle from behind, but he gets the ball well, Godfrey. Gordon, sorry. And Chilwell knocks the ball out of play. Everton performing very, very well. Doing a lot better than what I thought. Everton playing very well against Chelsea. Another good tackle there. Some good tackles, some heavy tackles as well. It'd be nice to watch Match of the Day later. It's a good ball. A bit behind. And Kante manages to get the ball. Passes it out to Mount. Reece James. Kante's come out onto the right-hand side. Oh, it's lovely. Kante in the box. Plays it out to the back. Sterling takes a shot, but it's quite a... Oh. Claim of handball. Koulibaly is playing well. He seems like he was struggling a little bit towards the beginning of the game, trying to get used to the speed and tempo of the Premier League, but he seems to have composed himself a little bit now. He does seem to have composed himself. And Chelsea have got another corner. And Chilwell is coming across to take the corner. Ball played in. Reece James. Nice toe poke, and it's come off of Mina out for another corner for Chelsea. As I said, if you had over 10.5 corners in this game, then you've definitely won. This, I believe, is Chelsea's 13th corner, and we're only in the first half. Ball up in the air. Pickford came out, didn't get it, and he's put out for another corner. Yuri Mina telling everyone to focus. Corner after corner after corner. It's going to pay off eventually. Alex Iwobi marking Koulibaly. He's played short to Sterling. He's played it out to Mount, to Chilwell, different angle. He's played in. Koulibaly gets his head on it, but Pickford picks it up. Sterling will score today. Looks like a star player for Chelsea, but struggled to get in. City's starting 11. I think Sterling was a really, really good player, even at City. Oh, a bit of a late tackle there, but advantage will be played. Yeah, I like Sterling, really. He's not a bad player. It's just going to be interesting to see how he plays on the two-cal system. Reece James weaving away from Iwobi. Just a lot of passing being done. Chelsea trying to spread that block that Everton have set up. Thiago Silva. I thought Thiago Silva going to shoot then. Azpilicueta puts the ball in the middle. Iwobi clears it. And now Everton come on the charge with Anthony Gordon. He's got Reece James for company. And Reece James gets a foot in and takes it off of him. Very, very well done, Reece James. Sterling doesn't get touched. Looks like he slipped. A free kick's been given, but it looked like a bit of a slip. Does he slip? Yeah. He's down before Tarkowski even touches him. Angola Kante. The ball's been played out to Reece James. Back to Kante. He's in a bit of trouble, Kante. He managed to squeeze the ball backwards to Reece James, but the ball's still in the Everton half. He's bringing it forward, James. He finds Kante in a lot of space, who puts the ball in. Havertz leaps up, tries to head it. Sterling can't get there for a shot, but he's managed to collect the ball. And here we go. Chilwell down. Penalty. Chelsea have a penalty. The ball got played into Chilwell. Chilwell ran into the box. Decore had his hands all over Chilwell by the looks of it and brought him down. VAR will probably look at it. Let's have a look at this. Yep. He's got his arms all around Chilwell and brings him down. And I think it's a penalty, unless VAR overrule it, but I don't think so. Jorginho is going to be taking this penalty by the looks of it. A little bit of argy-bargy going off. You know what I mean? They're getting booked. You know what I mean? They're getting booked for dissent. Still waiting for this penalty to be taken by Jorginho. Against Jordan Pickford. And he puts it in, rolls it in to the bottom left-hand corner, sends Pickford completely the wrong way. It's 1-0 Chelsea. Just before half-time. Just before half-time. It was a penalty. It definitely was a penalty. I think that's pretty much the last. Yep, that's the last of the action in the first half. So Chelsea go in 1-0. Chelsea go in 1-0 at half time. Jorginho scoring a penalty right at the end of the half for a very silly tackle by Decore. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to put this up on the screen again. Yes, 100%, Ian. 100%. It was a stupid tackle by Decore. I don't know why he decided to do it either. He didn't need to do all that. He had cover there. It was a very stupid tackle, and it's cost Everton a goal, you know. It's cost Everton. Chelsea obviously leading 1-0 at half time. So if you want to be in the Fantasy Football League with the Man United agenda, there is your code. It is 1CZLY1. That is 1CZLY1. You could have a chance at winning a trophy with your name engraved on it if you win the league. If you want to join, go head over to the Fantasy Premier League and use that code there. That would be awesome. I believe we have over 110 people in it now, which is even better. Let's see if we can get it before we close it for the season and stop allowing giving the code out so people can access the team it, so there's no cheats. But we'll get rid of that right now. Yes, and as we are, it's Everton 0, Chelsea 1 at half time. Jorginho scoring a penalty in the 45th. Well, not really the 45th, is it? Because of that long injury that happened during the game to Godfrey. But in the extra time in the first half, Decore making a very, very silly tackle. And Jorginho scoring the subsequent penalty from that. All in all, it's been a bit of a slow game. It's a bit of a slow burner, this one. I'm not going to lie. I think the stats will actually probably tell you that as well. According to the stats, Chelsea have had 10 shots. They've had 10 shots with only five on target and 1 off target. I mean, a lot of them have been blocked. It's like I said, it's not been the best live action game. There's periods where the game picks up and it's end to end, and then there's a bit of a lull. At Football Values TV sent me here. Keep up the content, mate. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it a lot. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, like, and share. Also, if you want to come on to the FTB Sports channel and do a show, please just head over to Twitter. In your little search bar, look up FTB Colm FTB, and send me a message, and we'll get you on the show, and we can talk things football. I love to get to know other people. You know, I love to talk to other people about their teams and everything as well. And we can get you on here doing watch-alongs. We can get on the Monday night show at 7:30, which we'll be doing this Monday at 7:30. We'll be looking back at all the games that have happened this weekend, and we'll go through and talk about them in a bit more depth as well. So if in case you missed it, if you don't want to hear the full-time results from all the other games, please put me on mute. But just to give you a bit of a recap about the games that happened earlier, if you were here for the watch along, you would have seen that Fulham drew 2-2 with Liverpool earlier today. Great match for Fulham. Great point for Fulham. Fulham were actually, for the majority of the game, the better side. And it's amazing first point in the first game back Thank you for the sub, Terra Talks. Much appreciated. Every single like, for sharing, sub helps the channel grow. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so a good point for Fulham. Liverpool, a little bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing by Liverpool earlier on. We've got Bournemouth. They played Aston Villa and they beat Aston Villa 2-0 earlier on as well at 3 o'clock kickoff. Goals from Lerma and Moore to secure the 3 points for them. We had Leeds United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Obviously, anybody that knows what Ellen Road sounds like, feels like, I've been there. I've been in the away stand at Ellen Road. It's absolutely electric, especially first game of the season. Rodrigo managed to pull Leeds back to 1-1 after Podence scored in the 6th minute. Like I said, Rodrigo scoring in the 24th minute to make it 1-1. And then an own goal managed to secure the 3 points for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nottingham Forest's first game back in the Premiership did not end very well for them. They suffered a 2-0 defeat to Newcastle United. Goals from Shah and Wilson getting the 3 points to stay with the Toons up in Newcastle. Tottenham Hotspur played Southampton. Tottenham Hotspur had a really, really good day out in the office today, winning 4-1. It didn't start out all shiny and rosy, though. James Ward-Prowse put in Southampton 1-0 up before Ryan Sessegnon and Eric Dyer turned things around to make it 2-1 at half-time. An own goal from Salisu also helped Tottenham on their road to the 3 points, and Kulusevski rounded all the 3 points and made sure they went with Spurs and stayed in London in the 63rd minute of the game. So to the people obviously watching the game or listening, what as Koulibaly, I mean, I know Ian's watching the game. I'm not quite sure who else is watching the game, but if you are watching the game, what are your thoughts on the first half for both teams? Obviously, Koulibaly it took a little bit of time to settle in. I was saying he seems a little bit off the pace, but he seems to have got into the game now. He seems to know what he's doing a little bit better. Maybe somebody's had a word in his ear or something. I don't know. Maybe Thiago Silva's like, hey, come on, get your head in shape. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But we will be live tomorrow as well. We'll be live tomorrow for the Manchester City game, West Ham United versus Manchester City. So that will be on here tomorrow as well. So if you're a Manchester City fan or a West Ham fan or a football fan that just want to see how both teams play, please do join me here. Like I said, get in touch with me on Twitter. We can see about getting you possibly on the show as well, and we can all watch the game together. You never know. All right, I am going to have to leave you for a minute. So what I'm going to do is, because I need to go to the toilet before the second half starts. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this up here. You can't see the code. I'm an idiot. There we go. I'll leave you with that for a minute, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. do apologise about that, but I had to run to the men's room. The watch longs are so important to you, so you appreciate anybody that does them. Well, I'll be doing every single watch along I can possibly do this season. I am looking to expand the team as well. So we're going to try and get as many watch alongs done on FTB Sports as humanly possible. Obviously, if there's no stream or if it's not being televised or anything like that, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do. But any game that we can get on, we will do 100% for you guys. And also we'll be covering the Champions League as well. It's not just Premier League. We'll be keeping an eye on the Champions League for all the Premiership teams that are in it, as well as the Europa League. And if we can get somebody on, because the schedule's pretty mental at the minute, the conference. So anything to do with Premier League football teams, obviously, will be covered here, 100%. %100% covered here at FTB Sports. Has anything been happening in the world of transfers? There's lots of videos about Dean Henderson going around at the minute, but I'm not wanting to watch any of them. I'm not interested in any of them right now. Maxwell Cornet might be playing tomorrow. I don't know whether he got signed in time. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. What team do you support, Football Values? I'm interested to know. I'm interested to know who everybody supports. Obviously, I know Blue Moon Ian is a City fan. I know he is a Man City fan. Still waiting for the second half to be kicked off. There's been no transfer activity going off at the minute. It's pretty quiet on that front. Premier League table, I know there's only one game going. One game being played for every team, apart from obviously the ones that are playing tomorrow. But the Premier League table, Tottenham at the top, Arsenal second, Bournemouth, Newcastle third and fourth, Leeds United fifth, Fulham and Liverpool sixth and seventh. It could be an interesting season this season, especially with the World Cup also in the middle of the season, which is going to be quite interesting to see as well. How is that going to affect the Premier League season? Chelsea have made a substitute. Jorginho is coming on. No, Jorginho. I'm trying to see what sub it has actually been made. So we're off again for the second half. Well, apparently there's no half-time substitutions. It's Mason Mount, Chelsea getting stuck in straight away in this second half. So your teams for the second half is Pickford, Holgate, Tarkowski, Mina, who's on a yellow card, Patterson, Decore, Iwobi, Malenko, McNeil, Gordon, and Gray for Everton. Mendy in net for Chelsea, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James, Jorginho, who's got the penalty and scored it earlier today as well. Mason Mount, Sterling, Havertz. I need to remember to close that door properly. Reece James pings the ball over to the left-hand side, but there's nobody for Chelsea there. Chilwell picks it up, gives it to Kante, who's in middle. Now Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva plays it out to James, who plays it out wide once more. And Reece James, Sterling, Mason Mount. Back to James. Ball in the box. Too high. Havertz can't get there, and it's cleared by Everton. But Koulibaly steps in. Sterling back to Koulibaly. It's cleared well by Mina. And now Everton on the challenge. It's Demarai Gray against Thiago Silva. He's too quick for Thiago Silva. Demarai Gray shoots. And it's a good save by Mendy. Thiago Silva left on his own against Demarai Gray. And he knew he wasn't going to beat him in a foot race, so he kind of stands him up. He has to stand him up. Demarai Gray, though, manages to get the shot away. He stands him up, cuts on the outside, takes a shot. Thiago Silva, I thought it were a save. Silva manages to get his foot, and it hits the back of his heel. Thiago Silva hits the back of Thiago Silva's heel and goes out for a corner. And now it's whipped. The corner is whipped in. It's out towards the back. It's going to go all the way out of play. Tarkowski can't get there, and it still remains 1-0. And it'll be a Chelsea goal kick. Koulibaly playing in the number 26. If you had seen some of the clips, obviously the number was retired, but he asked John Terry personally, see if he could wear it. That's a bad pass by Koulibaly, but he got away with it. Oh, it's lovely. Kante, a little flick over to the side to Sterling. Sterling charging forward with the ball. He's got Decore with him. Three players around him then. And Everton managed to bring the ball forward a little bit further now. Gray trying to get past Azpilicueta, and he says no. So throw in for Everton. Chelsea have got experience at the back, which will definitely come in handy. The ball got through in to Gordon. He couldn't quite get it under control, and now it's a Chelsea throw-in. No Timo Werner for Chelsea today, which is interesting. Delaying the throw slightly there. Bit of time wasting maybe. Decore reads that ball and collects it very well. Ball up in the air. Silva does well. Kante out wide to Reece James. Reece James has to play it back. Every Chelsea player, apart from the goalkeepers in Everton's half. And Chelsea have lost the ball. Decore passes it on to Gordon. Chasing down was Thiago Silva, but Everton still. Dwight McNeil tries to play in Decore, and Thiago Silva again is in the way. And puts the ball. Yep, Thiago Silva again gets in the way and puts it out for a corner. So Everton have another chance here from another corner. Hasn't been the best, but let's see if they can do something now from this corner. Ball's played in. Mendy goes up for it, drops it. Iwobi, good save. It's a bit everywhere, and now Mendy collects it. A bit weak there from Mendy. Not going to lie. Two people charged down Decore's shot. Mendy, I don't know who the other person was. The corner comes in. Mendy comes out, flaps at it, drops it. It's a little bit of everywhere, isn't it? Decore hits it. Azpilicueta and Mendy come charging out. Mendy makes a good save. And they managed to get the ball under control from there. And now Chelsea are bringing it forward with Kante. It's out on this side to Sterling on the left-hand side. Sterling has been playing really well. That's a great ball by Jorginho. Pickford's very quick off his line and comes and just smothers it up. Kings Football, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Pickford, big boot up the other end of the field. But Thiago Silva's just there to clean up. Chilwell loses it. And now it's McNeil. Decore in the box. Decore. Oh, Thiago Silva's there again. Manages to get in between the ball and Gordon. And it thankfully comes off of Thiago Silva straight, nice and gently to Mendy from Thiago Silva. And now Chelsea are in Everton's half, trying to spread the play a little bit with Chilwell. Just playing about a bit now with the ball, Chelsea. Just passing it from side to side, 1-2s. Nice two-touch passing. Making Everton come out from their little deep block that they've got going on. Oh, that's a great ball. Sterling trying to feed it through. Mina's there. And Havertz fouls Patterson for an Everton free kick, which relieves all the pressure. It's Everton throwing just inside Chelsea's half. It's a good ball. Reece James. And it's gone out for a Chelsea throw-in. Iwobi's been pretty good as well. He's been all over the place, Iwobi, this game. I don't mean that as in like running around. You're right, Kings Football. Chelsea do need a centre forward. They do need another centre forward. You can tell that they're lacking it in this game. Who's that? Azpilicueta? Azpilicueta's just been booked for time wasting, I think. Oh no, Reece James. Reece James has just been booked for time wasting. But who was Chelsea going to get? Oh, as we speak here, Chelsea's on the attack with Chilwell. And it's gone out for an Everton throw-in. Yep, confirmation that Reece James has been booked. Yeah, I was surprised to see that Timo wasn't playing. Is he injured? I don't remember seeing anywhere that he's injured. Maybe he is, and I've just missed it. That ball in the air is being chased down. It's chased down by Mount well, but Iwobi, as I was saying, Iwobi is everywhere. And he's just took the ball off of him, and now he's sending Everton away. Sorry, they almost lost the ball there, Everton. I thought Chelsea were about to counter-attack their counter-attack. And that's a foul. Chelsea free kick. Everton could do with a striker as well, you know. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's out injured. And Richarlison has gone. He's out injured. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Iwobi is really good when he plays deep. He's not been too bad further up the pitch as well. He's been putting quite a lot of pressure on. And he's quick as well. Here we go. Chelsea on the attack. Good tackle. That's a great tackle. Chelsea corner. That was a perfectly timed tackle there. The ball played through, and I think I can't pronounce his name properly, so I'm going to butcher it, I'm afraid. Milenko. I'm going to call him Milenko. I'm going to butcher his name. Ball's played in and cleared by Tarkovsky. Yeah, Milenko saw the ball going to Reece James. Perfect slide tackle and knocked it out for the corner. But Chelsea is still on the attack here. Launches that ball forward. Azpilicueta, Reece James has to play it back. Somebody's gone down injured for Everton. Not quite sure. They've already lost one. Looks like he's probably just took a bit of a knock, a clash or something. Nothing serious. Chilwell trying to do a little backflip to Sterling. Everton close that down. And it's a Chelsea throw-in. It will be closing Jorginho down to put it out again for another throw-in. Oh, bad ball by Sterling. But it's another throw-in. It's taken quickly. It's gone all the way back to Koulibaly. Jorginho finding that ball out wide to Havertz. Havertz running it into the box. Kai Havertz outside of the boot. Jorginho and Kante getting in each other's way a little bit there. But Koulibaly coming forward. Kante plays out wide to the right-hand side to Azpilicueta. There's a player down for Chelsea. It was Sterling. It was Sterling who got clipped a little bit, but he's perfectly fine. Dele Alli looks like he's coming on for Everton. Can he make a change? Can he make the change? He scored 6 goals versus Chelsea in his career. Which is very, very interesting. Can he come on and change the game for Everton? Holgate puts that ball up top. Koulibaly's there, though, to clean it up. and knocks it out of play for a throw-in. Dwight McNeil coming off his debut. Dele Alli has come on. Let's see what Dele Alli does. They've lost the ball, Everton. Tarkowski steps in, though, quite nicely. Sterling holding. Is he rubbing his ankle there, maybe? Palenko. Ooh. I thought that was going in. I think James Tarkowski picks out a ball to Talenko. He chested it, volleyed it quite wide. From that angle, you can see it was going wide quite a bit. It's quite a lot of subs being made by Chelsea in a minute by the looks of things. Everton on the attack. Gray in the box, puts it across. Koulibaly gets in the way. Chilwell now trying to bring the ball away. Patterson not happy with that. Let's have a look at this. It's a push in the back. It's a foul, you know. Koulibaly's got cramp. Amadou Onana. Another midfielder for Everton. Pulisic is coming on. Very shortly for Chelsea. Tuchel asking if his players have gone to sleep by the looks of it from the sidelines. Yeah, Chelsea making 2 substitutes. Reece James is coming off for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. There seems to be a bit of an issue here. Evening, Matthew. How you doing? There's a bit of confusion there. Reece James is staying on. It was Reece James's number, but Chilwell is supposed to be the one that's coming off, so they've had to change that. So Chilwell's coming off for Loftus-Cheek, and Mason Mount is coming off for Pulisic. A little bit of a mix-up there. Just want to say hello, Solo. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? Big up to you both. Yeah, as Solo says, we're trying to get as much up as possible, as we possibly can do as well. Before I leave, I'll obviously let you guys know the schedule for the next day or so as well, so you know where to be for all your Premier League sport. Everton have got a good little bit of spell here from Everton. Iwobi broke through the middle. Pass wasn't there for him, though. Holgate whips the ball in. Koulibaly's there to reach James. Sterling. Big up Football United TV. How are we, mate? I hope we're good. Still remains 1-0. 65 minutes gone. It still remains 1-0. A little bit of skill there from Tarkovsky, I think. Yerry Mina. Oh, he's got cramp. This could be a bit of an issue. They've already lost one defender. Now Yoramina's down, holding his ankle. He looks like he's in a bit of pain as well. This could be an issue for Everton. Let's have a look, see if we can see how that happens. I don't know. He seems to go to boot the ball. And hops. This is the last thing Everton need. Obviously, they've already had to take one defender off because of an injury. We don't quite know the extent of that injury. He got taken to hospital straight away. You're right, Matthew. Everton need to start spending. They really do. They really do. And they're going to be spending by the looks of it. They are going to be spending by the looks of it. Okay, Ben Godfrey, who was in that injury earlier today, a lower leg injury. That's all they've announced so far. It's a lower leg injury. I hope it's nothing too serious for him. There's another substitution here for Everton. Yerry Mina, he's been solid at the back for him today, Yerry Mina. He has been a solid staple at the back for him in this game. I wonder how they're going to cope now. Is it going to be okay to play? He's asking, do you want to play? I think it's been taken out of his hands. I think he's been taken off. Yes, he is. Yerry Mina's been taken off. Ruben Vinagre has come on for Yerry Mina, who's another injury suffered player. So that's both defenders, centre-backs for Everton that have had to be subbed off due to injury. So it'll be interesting to see. The ball played back to Pickford. It was fair play. Everton have no subs left whatsoever. Yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. I just want to say a big thank you for joining me today for this watch along. It's much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. It does help the channel grow, which means we can get more content out to you guys as well. Loftus-Cheek. There's a fair few tackles being thrown in here now. Everton give away a free kick in their half. This ball looks like it might get whipped in. By Reece James. Got some big people to aim for. Loftus-Cheek, Koulibaly. Thiago Silva going up as well. Ball whipped in. Vinagre glances it away, but it's only gone as far. Jorginho's had to play it backwards. And now all the way back to Mendy for Chelsea. Oh, lovely tackle by Gordon. Gordon chases that ball. He's the striker. Gordon is their striker. He chased the ball back to the halfway line and stuck a tackle in. And now Everton have got the ball. And now they're on the attack. Iwobi switches play out to Holgate. Tempo slowed down a little bit now. I think there's some tired legs out there. Oh, it's a good ball. The ball's in the middle. Dele Alli swings for it. Oh, Dele Alli. Dele Alli. So, Iwobi plays a ball over the top. Gordon tries to get it. Koulibaly gets there first. Then the ball's played into the centre. Koulibaly loses it. It's played into the centre by Patterson. Yeah, Patterson plays it into the centre. Dele Alli's first touch is terrible. It's a terrible first touch, and it gives Chelsea the chance to get a player in front of him. He does. He swings for it, completely air shots it, and then the ball is cleared. And Koulibaly is down as well. Not used to the tempo, is it? Koulibaly of the Premier League is not used to the tempo of the Premier League. $73 minutes gone. 15 minutes to go plus added time. Chelsea remain 1-0 up. Chelsea making 2 more substitutes. Koulibaly is coming off, I think. Kai Havertz is the first player to be replaced. Kai Havertz is coming off. Cucurella coming on. Yeah, Koulibaly has gone off for Cucurella. He's coming on for his debut. And Havertz has come off for Broja. I think that's all subs. I don't think they can make any more now. I'm not entirely sure, but big ball up top by Mendy. Everton having to play it back to Pickford, who tries to clear the ball but closed down so quickly by Broja. And he's kept the ball in Everton's half. Chelsea managed to get the ball back. Cucurella, his first touch. He's playing it back to Azpilicueta. Silva, Reece James. Oh, Pickford had to be on his toes there. Tarkovsky's header backwards, a little bit away from him. Big ball up there by Tarkovsky. Dele Alli trying to get there first. Patterson brings it on the inside. It's been switched over. Dele Alli gets away from Kante. Only momentarily. Kante's back on with him. And Pulisic puts the ball out of play. It's an Everton throw-in. Dele Alli looking a bit upset. Everton putting that ball in, but well cleared again by Thiago Silva. Dele Alli, I don't understand why Dele Alli's form has been so bad. Cucurella gets involved. He's picked out Sterling, who's been dispossessed. Now it's Alex Iwobi. He tries to play a ball through, can't get it through Kante. Kante manages to get it. Pulisic now burning a bit of rubber, but Iwobi doubled up on him. Kante loses the ball. The game has really slowed down a little bit now. Pickford out to Holgate. Big hoof upfield by Holgate. Looking for Dele Alli. Dele Alli can't get there. Reece James does. Heads it back to the keeper. And here come Chelsea. Jorginho driving it forward. Cucurella back to Jorginho. Let's put it back to Cucurella out on this left-hand side. Sterling. There was a run there being made by Pulisic, but Jorginho didn't pick him out. Chelsea trying to drag Everton's players out of position. All right, it's a free kick. Loftus-Cheek gives away a free kick. It's taken quickly. Big ball up top. Cucurella, a slight push in the back there by the looks of it, but referee doesn't see it. Referee doesn't give anything. It gives a throw in instead to Chelsea. Cucurella. It's a good ball. Finds Pulisic. Pulisic out-muscled. Dele Alli's good touch. Azpilicueta there to clean up. "79 minutes gone, still 1-0. It remains 1-0. This game might finish 1-0. The game seems to be really slowing down. As I say this, Sterling plays Loftus-Cheek through. Loftus-Cheek's pulled down just outside the penalty area. It's a free kick in a very, very good position. Sterling rides one tackle. He plays a lovely ball through to Loftus-Cheek, who was trying to get to the box, I think. Really trying to get into the box, but it's just outside the box. And Malenko picks up the yellow card for that. The Ukrainian. I can't pronounce his name, so I do apologise. just outside the Everton box. Literally just outside. It's about 20 yards from goal. Maybe a bit less. 16, 17 yards from goal. Cucurella and Reece James both standing over the ball. Marco Correa. Reece James over the top of the bar. I don't know why Reece James went for that. Not gonna lie. Pickford wastes no time, boots it upfield. Dele Alli collects it out of the air nicely, but Kante manages to get the ball away from Dele Alli. It's very tired legs out there. Reece James looking for options. He's found one in Loftus-Cheek. He's got Kante with him. Jorginho to Sterling. Sterling, ball out to Cucurella. Sterling, oh, what a block. That's a fantastic block. Cucurella managed to benefit from a bit of a deflection. Cucurella gets out there, smashes the ball in first time from the left-hand side. Sterling's there, just in the right place at the right time, hits it. It should have gone in, but Manolenko manages to get in the way of it and knock it out for a corner. That has kept Everton in the game. It still remains 1-0 to Chelsea. James brings in the corner. Pickford comes out and claims it very, very well. And then the ball from Pickford goes all the way through to Mendy, who's taking his time, and he picks the ball up and gives it to Thiago Silva. Chelsea getting stuck in a little bit more, applying a bit more pressure now. Alex Iwobi, though, brings it away. Cucurella misses his tackle. Azpilicueta covers for him. There's a policeman on the pitch. Oh, there's a medical emergency. Okay. And the game's been stopped. Just waiting on now. Again, for the match to be restarted. Obviously, it needs to be stopped if there's an emergency, a medical emergency. Frank Lampard talking to a few of his players. Obviously, no strikers has really affected Everton today. I think if Everton had a striker, they wouldn't be 1-0 down. We would not be 1-0 down at all. I think the game's about to be restarted. Yes, Calvert-Lewin is still out injured, mate. He is still out injured. And there we go. The game is underway again. Sterling trying to get that ball, doesn't quite get it. And now Pickford pings it up top. Gray tries to flick it on. Nobody there, though. Dele Alli chasing him down. Everton still on the charge here. Ball played in by Patterson. Good clearance by Reece James. Cucurella jumping for the second clearance. Completely missed it. But Brozier's there to cover up for him. And now he's found Cucurella on the overlap. And it's another Chelsea corner. It's another Chelsea corner. Hey up, Monday, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. It's 1-0 Chelsea. Cucurella corner. Pulisic just swings his foot at it and it flies far wide. Far wide. Tomorrow, Super Sunday, 1 o'clock, Manchester United versus Brighton. And then here on FTB Sports, West Ham versus Manchester City. Make sure you tune in. Let's see how City go to defend their title this season. Anthony Gordon's been a really good player for Everton in this game. He really has. But Alex Iwobi's been next level. He's been everywhere. He has been honestly everywhere for Everton. And it's a shame that Yori Mina was injured. But here come Everton. Ball chipped in towards Dele Alli. Oh, I'd be worried as well. I'm not going to lie, Matthew. I'd be worried as well. They've suffered 2 injuries in the first game of the season. They've got nobody there to replace them. They have no strikers because they're injured. The midfield is decent. Decore and Alex Iwobi have been solid. They have been solid. However, the lack of fit players and a striker is an issue. It's a very, very big issue. And Everton have got a free kick here. It's going to be whipped in by Gray. 10 minutes of added time. 10 added minutes. Ball whipped in. Thiago Silva got the first touch. And the ball's out for a throw-in to Everton. The referee's stopping it for some reason. This is going to be a long throw. And it is a long throw. Tries to get flicked on there. Doesn't. And Kante hoofs it up the other end. And who's there first to receive the ball? Alex Iwobi. Cucurella. Kante. Lovely turn by Kante. Cucurella looks a bit stiff. Not going to lie, he looks a bit stiff. Thiago Silva. Wonderful clearance. Lack of investment is a big issue for Everton. It is, but they are looking like they're changing that. Dele Alli. He looks a bit off his game as well, Dele Alli. In all fairness, he looked a bit off of his game in the warm-up as well. Gordon. Chip ball, and it's too high for Holgate to get, so it goes out for a free kick. Thiago Silva's down. It looks like it's cramp or he's pulled something. I think it's a bit of cramp. If you have Thiago Silva in your team, you'll have done all right today in this game. It's definitely a contender for man at match. Dele Alli. Gray. Goes down to the floor. Dele Alli was too busy appealing for a foul than what he was chasing the ball. Gray went down in front of him and the ball went free. And Dele Alli was too concerned looking at the referee calling for a foul than he did to bother chasing the ball. And by the time he realised to chase the ball had already been gone. It was cleared. Alex Iwobi finds Dele Alli, plays it out wide. Holgate back into the middle of the park. 6 minutes left of extra time. That's all Everton have to get a point out of this game. 6 minutes. Decore. He's been another good player for Everton today. Oh, that's a terrible pass. And now Sterling brings it away. Alex Iwobi chasing him down. Sterling trying to get a pass through. That was a bad pass as well. And it's cut out by Tarkowski. Dele Alli. Big hoof up. And Silva manages to get in the way of Gray and puts the ball out for a throw-in. Pickford coming really far out of his net. Pulisic fouled, and it's a Chelsea free kick. Neither team have been too dangerous in this game, if I'm going to be honest with you. Obviously, the goal came from a penalty from a stupid decision by Decore. But neither team have looked massively dangerous. They've both cancelled each other out. The strike force for both teams has been quite lacking. I'm going to use the word of lacking. Leaves something to be desired. Both teams could benefit from a striker or a centre forward in their team. 100%. Borja tries to do something there, but it's cleared by Everton. The ball goes back forward. Decore is the first person there, and it gets cleared away again. This is the thing. This is what I've been seeing today. That's a foul. Chelsea have a free kick in a good position. But this is the thing I've been seeing today. The ball's been played up a lot, and it's just a lot of heading it clear. A lot of heading it clear. It was a very soft free kick, but Chelsea will take it. Conor Gallagher on the bench. Free kick taken a bit too quickly for the referee's liking. Because he didn't put his spray down. Referee made him retake it because he didn't put his spray down. Okay. But yeah, both teams are lacking up front. You can tell they are. It's a good header. Comfortably collected by Pickford. And now Everton. I mean, if that's not a foul and Chelsea did get a free kick, I think it's one of... I don't know. I'll probably get fined by FA if I talk about referees. Not gonna lie. That's a wonderful ball. Can he get that? No, he can't. Pickford. Oh, Pickford's been dispossessed. Out of his box. And the free kick. Holgate gets a yellow card for pulling Pulisic back. He grabs hold of his shoulder. Pickford came out to try and clear the ball. Takes it down on his chest. Goes forward 2 steps. Pulisic is right on him. He takes the ball off him. He's in no man's land. Holgate takes one for the team. Pulls him back. He looks like he's about to hit it as well. Pulisic takes one. Holgate takes one for the team by pulling back Pulisic. Conor Gallagher's coming on for Jorginho. 2 minutes. He'll get about 2 minutes of game time. How weird would it be if he came on and scored straight away from this free kick? It would be interesting. So Conor Gallagher getting his full Chelsea debut. He's got about a minute and a half of game time. I'm being told he's getting a few touches on the ball here. Kante. Cucurella. Finds Kante again. I wonder what happened then. Thiago Silva's my player, man of the match for this game. He really is. He's had an amazing game, Silva. Oof. Conor Gallagher comes charging through. It looks like Chelsea are going to win this one 1-0. Everton throwing everybody up. Jordan Pickford has come just inside the halfway line, the half centre circle. Pickford boots the ball upfield. It's literally the last throw of the dice for Everton. Cucurella. Everton throwing. There's 15 seconds left of this game. Big throw from Holgate. Gallagher. Pulisic. Sterling. Soft tackle. And Cucurella boots the ball away. But it's an Everton free kick. Well, Cucurella gets a yellow card for booting the ball away. This is what I like to see. Any time wasting, the referees have been on it. In the last 2 games, well, 3 games I've watched, any time wasted, the referees are showing the yellow cards. This is good. Get the ball, the actual ball moving a lot quicker because it's going to discourage people time wasting. That's a good ball in. Damari Gray delivers. Tarkowski straight to Mendy's hands. Mendy falls on it, and that's going to be it. That is going to be it. Yep, that's it. Full time. Full time, 1-0. It's been finished 1-0. Not the best of games. It's not the best of games, but as Matty Bassett says here, Chelsea will be happy with it. It's a 1-0 win. Away from home as well. You know, it's not easy to go to Goodison Park and win at all. My man of the match was Thiago Silva. You know, he cleaned up a lot of the attacks. He blocked a lot of the attacks. He stopped Everton. I think if Everton had a striker, it could have been a different game. I really do think it could have been a different game. But then again, I could say the same. If Chelsea had a striker, it could have been a different game. Both teams lacking a little bit. I hope the injury to Godfrey isn't serious and that he's back pretty quickly, as well as Yuri Mina. I mean, Yuri Mina was Everton's best player. Well, one of Everton's best players. Him and Alex Iwobi, for me, played really, really well for Everton as well. So let's have a little look. So full time, as I say, it finished 1-0. 1-0. It was Chelsea's game to lose, I think, as well. I know many people aren't going to like hearing it was Chelsea's game to lose, but I think it was. So just to let you guys know what's going to be happening for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Manchester United play Brighton and Hove Albion. So go to United Agenda and watch that. I'm wanting to watch that game as well. I might be live on this channel. It depends, because I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be back in time, because I am away in the morning. But I will be back, and I will be live for West Ham United versus Manchester City. I will be live. We'll be live at 4 o'clock. Sorry, I had to do the math in my head. I'll be live at 4 o'clock tomorrow to watch the West Ham versus Manchester City game. So please do feel free to drop in and drop by, and we can talk about all things football, how Manchester City are going to do this season, how West Ham United are going to do this season, and we can get to see Erling Haaland in action as well. In case you haven't joined yet, I'll put this up for you once more. Let me get rid of this banner. So the Man United Agenda will be doing a fantasy league. Your league code to join is 1CZLY1. That's 1CZLY1. So please do join. I think there's over 110 people in the fantasy league, which is absolutely amazing. And you could get your name on a nice trophy that will be sent out to you, and you can put it on your mantelpiece as well. So please, please do join United Agenda's fantasy football. I just want to say some thank yous. Solo, King, Matthew Bassett, Football Values, Football United, Blue Moonian, Olakune, a Monday, you know, all you wonderful people for being here with me, watching the game with me, listening to me ramble on about what's happening in the world of football. So thank you all very much. And like I said, I will be live again tomorrow. Please do check out my Twitter. That's the best place to know when I'm going live and what I'm doing. So if I don't catch you tomorrow, there's a show on Monday at 7:30 where I'm going to have some guests on. We're going to talk about all the fixtures that's happened over this weekend. But if you are there tomorrow, I shall see you then. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever it is for you. Enjoy your evening, night, good day. And that's me done for today.